So 4 wide receivers out.
5:15 left on the clock.
Jake Platt switching up the play a little bit. And here's the snap. Jarvion gets the ball. He sheds one. He sheds another. And that's going to be an Andrew touchdown
for Jarvion Franklin.
23-7 Phoenix.
And like you said, T-Bolts fan get crazy with a touchdown. And as we can see now, they are absolutely insane.
And we knew Jarvion was gonna pick up his spark sooner or later. He shed nearly 3 defenders.
And he carried one in the end zone with him.
Now to me, that's just hard. He didn't stop for anything. Like in Walter Payton's perspective, he didn't die easy.
The only thing he has to do to remember Walter Payton even more is to do a front flip over the line.
And here's the kick, but there seems to be a flag on the play. The kick would have been good by Michael Ehlers.
It was a far kick, too.
It probably would have hit the Viper. So it's going to be dead ball. Offsides on the Phoenix. So Michael Ehlers are going to be forced to re-kick.
You know, sometimes this is a strategy, trying to get the kicker to mess up once or twice. I've seen a lot of times before in professional games, toward the end of the clutch moment, they'll keep on calling timeouts right before to try to get that kicker's leg is not as good as it should be.
You know, you're a kicker. How hard is it to kick 2 consecutive field goals?
You know, when you go through it hundreds of times through the week, it just becomes more of a fluent motion, more muscle memory than actually thinking about it.
Well, you know, Mike, it could have been that hard because Michael Ehlers gets the extra point, so we're only trailing about 2.5 touchdowns.
And a half, Connor.
So let's see if our defense can step it up with that momentum boost. And we can already see the marching band lining up, and as always with the pink on.
And for a second now, when they're in front of the scoreboard, I thought some of their feathers on their hats were pink.
And you know, the marching band does an excellent job of just being committed. I see him I saw him there 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Perfection is a key to marching band, and our marching band has been pretty successful, winning state, I think, in 2007.
You know, a few days in the summer, I had some angry mornings when I woke up here in the marching band.
Something you don't want to wake up to. You don't even need to turn up an alarm. They're there 7 o'clock.
And now Mike Ehlers setting up for the kickoff.
So you can see number 47 just ready to get things in the gear, Brett Leiker. So 4:56 in the first half.
There's the
kick
kickoff
by Michael Ehlers.
It's a short one. Onside. Oh! Bobbled by the T-Bolts.
And that was nearly close. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was incredibly close, but it looked like it just slid off the knee of the Thunderbolt. And it's unfortunate to see.
But nonetheless, it's going to be at the 30-yard line. And that's not enough for the field goal or for the field goal range. So let's see if our Andrew defense can stop him. Now, what do you think we're going to have to fix in this situation, Mike?
In this situation, we're really going to have to stress hard defense, especially on the run game, like you see with the formation that they use countless times for a run play.
And again, it's going to be right up the middle. And it was stuffed up by the Andrew defense. And you know, Mike, like I was saying, the Phoenix, they've been doing a great job by just gaining at least 4 or 5 yards each play. 4 or 5 yards each play. They run down the clock, and the defense, they just get tired, really. So 2nd and 8, only 2 yards on that one. Motion man, number 23, just get the ball, going to go up the middle, but it's not going to be enough.
Taken down by a thunderstorm.
So Quincy Daniels getting right on top of him. Nice tackle by Quincy. And it seems like whatever flaw the defense had, they're fixing it right now. We've already 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I've noticed down the number 77 on the Phoenixes. He is a very, very big kid, 6'2" and 322 pounds.
How do you think one of our guys would like to go up against him? So
he gets through, but he's stopped short of the first down.
At the 40-yard line, so that's still going to be 4th down with 3:39 in counting left in the first half. Do you think we'll be able, if we get this punt? Well, it's only 4th and 1.
I think they're going to be going for this one.
Let's see what the Phoenixes do. Like I said, it's 23-7. What happens if they don't get that 1 yard? Then they just give our Andrew Thunderbolts a chance to score.
You know, you have to think about it. If the T-Balls do get a touchdown, that's 14-23. That's only 9 points separating them instead of over 15.
And that's a major factor to go in the second half. And remember, we get the ball in the second half. And you can hear it from the press box.
You
the
can
stand
feel
shaking.
it.
And it is not my cell phone, the vibration of the fans. And even the Andrew team, or the Andrew fans, athletics. Oh, I saw a Providence kid, though.
And a timeout charge to the Phoenix.
And we see the horns almost equivalent to the Vuvuzelas. We haven't been seeing those too often, Mike.
You know, we really haven't, especially with the cold weather. You think they might be a little scared to get it stuck to their lips?
That's a scary thought. But don't forget, T-Ball fans, if that ever happens, just get rid of it with a nice hot chocolate, maybe. Only $2 at the concession stand. So 2:57 in the second quarter. There's a timeout on our Andrews, the first of the first half. Which, in my opinion, that was probably a smart move because this game's going to be a pretty close one. So who knows if we might need it later in the game.
Yeah, already my prediction, though, of an under 21 for each side score has already been gone.
So 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it. We have one free safety in the backfield. It's going to be up the middle.
And he's getting pushed back, but it looks like he's just inches enough in front.
So let's see what the referees say.
Looks like the referees are going to be saying the chains are going to be moved from what it looks like.
The fans are quiet.
They're all awaiting the call that will really decide.
And it's going to be first down from Lincoln Way North, and that was a great job by both sides. The Andrew did an excellent job just driving them back, but they gained that 1 yard, and that's all they really needed. So 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The Phoenix in their run formation.
So they're going to go outside number 8. Sheds one, almost shedding another, but our guy number 15 or number 35, Kevin Walsh, gets the tackle.
Trey Lewis, he's a new one out there. We haven't seen him at all so far.
Maybe he's taking a place for Dan Durkin, the injured almost Michigan State University alumni.
But for the Phoenix, Trey Lewis, he's doing way better than I thought someone just coming in would do.
Right in the middle. That's going to be, I think, a first down. Do you think they're running the clock, Mike?
You know, at this point, I really think they are, because they're up by 16 points and everything else.
So with 1:58 in the second quarter, it's still 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. Let's see if we can stop them before the first half is over. With 2 wide receivers coming out. 1 man in the backfield. Well, 3 men in the backfield. Motion. Right to number 8. Number 8 finds a lane in the inside. And you know, my personal opinion, Mike, is maybe the Andrew defense is depending too much on the inside, or they're just not disregarding the outside, but just leaving it open. And it seems like Phoenix is taking advantage of that.
You know, that is something that T-Bolts really will probably focus more on at halftime, showing that their outside is very open at this point for the run.
There's only 1 minute and 31 seconds left. So motion again, going outside, but taken down hard by number 50, number 58, the big man, Ryan Supple, the 200-pound, 5'11" offensive line and defensive lineman. That was an excellent hit, and he got all of that when he was excited, and he just wanted to make the play happen.
Honestly, on that play, I thought he was going to get called for a little unsportsmanlike conduct, staring down at the Phoenix after he tackled him.
So with another timeout called by the Andrew Thunderbolts.
The Phoenix.
Or by the Phoenix.
Seems like the Thunderbolts may be saving theirs for inside the minute. A club that we really haven't mentioned yet this year is the Andrew Green team, trying to get the environment better, allowing for a better place for us, our children, and after that to live in.
The environment's always been one of the most particular things that even politicians strive for. I mean, look at the Green team, like you were saying, and there's just many things Andrew does just to keep our environment healthy, our environment active. We have the Scenery Gardens located on the south side of the end zone, just right off of it. And we're also coming up with, I believe, is a garden for the kindergarteners.
Also the Green team is selling water bottles at the main office for $6.
Hey, that'll do good if you're gonna buy a bottle of water bottles each day. And he's gonna shed one.
Tipped.
Shed another. So that's
ball out.
That's gonna be a first down with 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining. Let's see if our Andrew defense can stop him.
Connor, I have to correct you on that one. They're looking to be a couple yards short on this one.
4th and 3, correct. Thank you, Mike.
Now with the score being 23-7, the Phoenix still leading with just under a minute left to go.
Another club that we didn't talk about is really the Drama Club. Was they're producing a show, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, I believe November 7th. I think it's worth seeing. Our English teacher, Mr. Robinson's teaching it or producing it.
Walking home from sports, I always see the back door open for the theater whenever they're setting up, striking the scene.
They're there till at least 10 or 11 o'clock at night. They're really committed, just like our Andrew Thunderbolts.
All the clubs at school, it seems like they're extremely committed, and it's a great thing to see. It just brings the school closer together, and it really shows that, though a lot of the people don't realize how hard you work at practice every day, they see you come out here and they see what results you can get when you do work hard.
So for another timeout, Phoenix are 4th and 3, just 32 seconds left in the first half. And don't forget, fans, stay tuned if you're watching this for the marching band, who just does an excellent job, like we were saying, with their performance. And I believe they have an invitational Saturday, which they're usually high in winning each year. So let's see as the defense comes out, 4th and 3. The Phoenix is most likely going to go for it with 3 yards left. They've been doing that all game. Or maybe they're going to punt it. And they will punt it. With 32 seconds left, let's see if we can have a little magic from Dennis Villemek.
Seems like he's very close for a punt return.
Well, who knows? They might throw a fake in.
And a timeout called by Andrew. Seems struggled to get that one called.
So a consecutive timeout again. So 32 seconds left again in the third quarter.
Honestly, with all these timeouts being taken, it has to be done for strategy reasons. It can't be done anymore just to waste time or just to be a jerk.
Well, Mike, I believe the Thunderbolts were probably thinking that there might have been a fake or a fake on the punt. Because as you notice, Dennis Villemek was playing awfully shallow.
And now you see Villemek going even farther back than he was before, to about the 10-yard line. Villemek, he's just an all-around athlete, doing absolutely amazing this year at his positions.
So with 2 wide receivers out, and it seems like it's not going to be a punt, and they're going to go in shotgun formation. Dennis Villemek's going to be playing strong safety. And here's the pass, and it's narrowly intercepted by number 11, Cody Hawkinson, just in his hands. Like I said, do you think the cold has a factor on that?
It has to. There's no doubt about it.
Like just looking at even at the fans, they're huddled up, and you can see their breaths coming out of the cold.
And the T-Bolts will now take over possession at their own 37-yard line with 30 seconds left in the half.
Phoenix is 23, the T-Bolts 7. So Dennis Villemek with 29 seconds left. Let's see if he can, like I said, put some magic up on the board. 3 wide receivers out. Jarvin in the backfield. As we give him the Jarvion, Jarvin's going to shed one. He's going to try to shed another. He has blockers. He jukes, he spins, and he's finally taken down. 19 seconds or 18 seconds left in the first half. It's going to be second and 6. So it's going to be a timeout charge to the Andrew. They're second of the first half, and I think, like you said, a strategic reason to hopefully put a score up on the board.
Also, because they do have second and 6, and stopping the clock right now would be a very huge help.
Mike, it does sound nice to score another touchdown and be in 14-23.
Second quarter football score, college football. Naval Academy 14.
And don't forget, college football is coming on Saturday and Sunday as Notre Dame, Ohio State. Just gotta love high school, college, and then NFL football.
It's a whole weekend of football here in Illinois.
And remember, on Fridays, as Coach Malik always says, Andrew football is a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's one of the biggest events that you see here at Andrew.
And even just the fans, they love the atmosphere. It's just a great atmosphere to come to on Friday nights after a long, hard day of school and just enjoying Andrew football.
And as they come back out to the field, they have 4 men out.
And Jake Platt and Jarvion Franklin in the backfield. Here's the snap. That's going to be a pass. He looks for his man, number 80. Kukowski has it. And it's going to be 11 seconds remaining in the first half.
And a 1st and 10 for the T-Bolts. Doesn't look like they'll be taking a timeout here. Correction, they will be.
So their final timeout.
Or not.
Correction, yeah.
A little confusion up here as down there.
So Jacob Platt with 8 seconds left. Will he have enough time to call? And he's going to go for the pass. He's going to have all he has on that one. And number 80, Cord Kolowski, almost had that one. Or Zach Kolowski. So that will be the end of the first half. Phoenix 23, the T-Bolt 7. Mike, it's going to be great to see if we can come back in the second half, and I believe we will. Remember, fans, we still have the ball. We have the ball coming into the second half. So there's that other chance to score. So this has been Connor Burns
and Mike Brennan, and we'll be back after half.
Please enjoy them and your marching band.
And we begin our final regular season home halftime show. The Andrew marching cheerleaders will begin their halftime performance. Ladies, the field is yours. Johnson, Steely Maddox. Ladies, the field is yours. Now entering the field, please welcome the 2012 Andrew Thunderbolts. The band recently swept Class 2A Lakeway, winning Best Percussion, Best Music Performance, Best General Effect, Best Color Guard, Best Visual. The band won 2A overall and also placed third in the overall class.
We're going.
What the hell is going on? The dust has only just begun to fall.
Joining us from Tinley Park, Illinois, please welcome the Victor J. Andrew Marching Band. Their musical selections include the following: From the Ashes, We Rise. Andrew High School is proud to present in halftime performance drum majors Laura Rodriguez, El Capone, and Ruth Garcia in the Victor J. Andrew Marching Circle, their final regular season performance. The marching band will continue the competition season. The Bands of America Indianapolis Regional next weekend, competing against 53 other bands from Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, Florida, she's in the Midwest now, and Ohio. Best of luck and eyes with pride. Attention high school football, these great parents and athletes. The Illinois High School Football Coaches Association wants to introduce the Illinois High School Football Combine. This program offers an affordable, unmatched resource for the high school football coach, athlete, as a college football recruiting resource. Visit www.ilhighschoolfootballcombines.com today for more information.
And we are live back at the Thunderdome with the Phoenix 23, the T-Bolt 7. And as we get back, we see the T-Bolt stretching and also the Phoenixes. Now, as Mike Brennan comes and greets me, Mike, what are you expecting in today's game? Or what are you expecting in the second half?
You know, for the second half, I'm really thinking it's going to be more high intensity from the Thunderbolts. More, what I say would be more intensity out of them.
I agree, and that's going to be a major factor. It's going to depend on whether or not we take advantage of that, and that with how we get the ball in the second, or how we get the ball in the very beginning of the second half. If we score, we're only going to be down 9 points.
Yeah, that's a great thing to think about, and with a lot of the Andrew players who can score like that, they can just basically just charge down like Jarvion Franklin.
And Mike, I completely agree with you there, where the Andrew Thunderbolts, they started their fire at the end of the second half, or at the end of the second quarter. Jarvion with that excellent touchdown, Villamax with the sufficient yardage with that excellent catch. So I want to see where the momentum factor will kick in.
Momentum is is an absolutely huge, gigantic part of this game.
You know, it's just like a weird analogy, but just like the layers of a cake. You keep putting it on every time you score, every time you get that big play. You keep putting on the layers. So 44 seconds left in the halftime. Another excellent performance by the marching band, which was their last performance home.
Yeah, it's got to be a pretty cool thing for some of the seniors out there. You know, their last home game that they'll ever perform.
And also, I do see a lot of seniors from last year coming supporting on the seniors tonight, as it is senior night.
You know, a few weeks ago at Thornwood, I saw Mike Love, Jarvis Franklin, and Tyler Hook all there supporting their Thunderbolts.
Thornwood usually gives us a tough time, but we were able to pull it out. And it was the first time I believe Thornwood was able to play at night because they got lights.
You know, we were joking before, oh, I wonder if they'd be able to work them because of how new they were.
All right, so let's get ready and see if Willamette can score hard at the top of the third quarter. Phoenix 23, T-Bolts 7.
Looks like some of the Thunderbolts a little confused on which side to go to.
Well, there's only one thing on their mind, scoring a touchdown.
Touchdowns, that's probably the biggest thing they can do right now.
And you can see the fan zone doing the wave. You know, I give a lot of credit to the fans coming out here, whether it's cold or hot, too hot. They're always there for our Andrew Thunderbolts.
Every single time, it's a great thing to see. Ton of school pride.
So here's the kick. Received by Willamette. Willamette going through going for the middle, relying on his offenders.
You know what I noticed there is that there's a huge opening across the field. But like you said earlier, he's probably been taught from an early age to follow his blockers.
So with the ball on the 30-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the T-Bolts. Let's see if Jake Platt and his offense can lead underway. So 4 wide receivers out. Here's the snap. But there seems to be another not confusion, but Coach Dwyer wants to change another play. And that's where that little play, the list of plays on their hand, what is that called? A wrist plays? What they call it?
I believe so.
And here's the pass to here's the handoff to Jarvan. Jarvan sheds one. He almost sheds another.
Number 7 for the Phoenix.
Gaining about
Holder.
Just 2 yards, 2nd and 8, but that was 2 yards well earned. That was a hard run by Jarvan Franklin.
You know, just like one of the sophomore runners, Avery Pipes. He has an absolutely amazing running game where against Bradley, he was holding 3 or 4 guys on him and still plowing through.
You know, the thing with Avery, his disadvantage was coming later in the season because of the transfer. But let's get back to varsity football. So Jarvan no, it's a quarterback keeper, Jake Platt. He has room. He has blockers. He sheds one. And finally taken off at the 35-yard line. Jake Platt, like what we were saying, he is a tool against running and passing. Right up the middle. He's not afraid to get hit. And here is the fan zone. They're even excited and cold.
You know, he's even like a Michael Vick with his style of play. He can run, he can pass, he can do just about anything down there.
You know, the Philadelphia coach, it's actually funny you said that, Mike. When Michael Vick came to the Philadelphia Eagles, Michael Vick was always taught to pass first and then run second. And, well, Jake Platt, he probably didn't see the pass, and he went right up the middle for the 1st and 10. So he does it again.
But not getting as many yards this time.
Gaining about 3. So it'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, still, I'm very surprised by some of these players' sizes. You know, 322 pounds by number 77. He's got to be an absolute monster down there to try moving.
Well, each team's been playing pretty hard. With 10:36 left in the third quarter, we have 4 wide receivers out. Motion man Willamette hands it off to Willamette. He goes outside. He's following Jarvan, and he gains about 4 yards there.
You know, Connor, do you really think it was a very wise choice for them to run a reverse to that side when they're already on the hash on that side of the field?
Well, you know, Mike, they did gain. They only gained 2 yards. So, but what I noticed, there's a Jarvion Franklin. He was there blocking. If we just could have got him through that hole, that would have been at least the first down.
It seemed like a hard hole to find, and well, you can't really take that call back. But you wonder if they'll regret that later.
So a 3rd and 5. Motion man Villick, but it's going to be to Jarvion. No, quarterback keeper again. He got confused on that one. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. Jake Platt just using his feet, rushing. And he gets the first down. Ball on the 18-yard line with 10:14 left in the 3rd quarter. There's going to be 4 wide receivers out and Jarvion in the backfield. Coach Dreyer giving Jake the play.
You know, a lot of the players down there, you see them struggling to keep warm.
Well, you know, it is a cold day.
Platt with the handoff
to Jarvion, but Jarvion stuffed up.
Number 78 and number 32.
Seemed like Jarvion gained little or no yards on that play. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
You know, the Thunderbolts, their offense has just always been extremely crisp, and tonight I really expected to see more scoring out of them.
Well, there's still third quarter. It's still a 3rd quarter and 4th quarter left in the game. So Jake Platt's for the pass. He hands it out to Villemick, but Villemick does not catch it.
And luckily, he did not get completion of that ball because he did drop it.
Like we were saying, the cold factor's going on that.
Oak Forest 36, Tinley Park 0, halftime.
And also, the pink attire that's out right now, you know, many of the players are sporting.
Yeah, like we were saying back in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, we know it's Dennis Villemick right now, who's just showed on screen. His pink gloves that are there.
Like I said, it just shows breast cancer survivors that they're there and they're there supporting them. They're not alone. So here's the pass by Villemick, and Villemick sacks. And let's see who's got it. Let's see what the referees say.
You know, honestly, it didn't really look like a fumble on that play because his arm wasn't a forward motion.
And let's see what the refs say. And it's going to be. And Lincoln Way North very well recovers it. So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 25-yard line for the Phoenixes. And you know, Mike, how is that going to affect the momentum for VJA?
You know, it can't really be a good thing for VJA.
So let's see if the Phoenix defense can take advantage of it with 2 wide receivers out.
And number 3, Ryan Arthur as their quarterback.
And up the middle, but not a lot of gains there.
Maybe a gain of half a yard, if that.
It seemed like the defense stuffed up the middle.
And now with 8 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, you really have to think, do you think they're just going to go try to waste as much time as they can or get another touchdown and put themselves at more of an advantage?
Well, like I said, Mike, there's 2 quarters. There's almost nearly 2 quarters left in the football game. There's still plenty of time for Andrew to score. And there's a screen.
Fumble.
It's going to be an incomplete pass, actually.
Incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 9.
Now 3rd and 9 now, which it's a tough thing to do, but their 3rd down conversions, they're almost 100% on.
Well, 3rd and 9, that's 9 yards. 9 yards for the first down, over 9 yards not gained. And you have to settle for the 4th down. So there's 3 wide receivers out, or 2 wide receivers out. Hand up to number 21. Number 21 has some yardage. He has sufficient yardage. And that's going to be enough for the first down, indeed.
Yeah, it looked like at some points he was out of bounds, but the line officials, or the officials, they're down there a lot closer than we are.
So 8:15 left in the 3rd quarter. You can hear the fans just telling the team to hold on a little longer.
Cheering them on.
You know, I'd also like to say the split the pot tickets, they're also pink.
You know, it seems like everything this week so far has really been about breast cancer. The Tinley Wish game supporting a great cause, which is like a Make-Wish Foundation, but based in Tinley Park.
And up the middle at the 50-yard line, taken down by number 58, Ryan Supple. And also, I'd also like to say, the breast cancer awareness month, that's been a very big part of the Victor J. Andrew, like what we were saying.
The Volley for the Cure with the volleyball players wearing pink shirts instead of their normal jerseys and crazy zebra volleyball shorts.
For 7:41 in the third quarter, we have 2 wide receivers out for the Phoenix.
And reverse.
Number 21. Number 21 just not going down to the 20, to the 10.
Ball trying to get to him.
That's going to be a touchdown for the Phoenixes. So it's going to be 29-7 Phoenix.
And with Hawkinson trying to get to him, you know, it's got to be a tough thing knowing that they just got 2 big yard plays on the same play.
So instead of being down by only 2 touchdowns, they are down quite a bit, and that's just hard seeing, Mike.
You know, it is a tough thing seeing because you really want to see these seniors get out there and you want to see the seniors get a win on their last home game ever at Andrew.
So here's the kickoff, or here's the field goal. And it will be good. No good.
It looked no good from up here.
It will be good. 30-7, Phoenix.
And next week, the Thunderbolts will be going out to Thornton, out in Harvey.
Kickoff 7 o'clock. So if you want to support the Thunderbolts, go on the forwards or check out ihsa.tv, and you can see the cheerleaders,
the Palm Squad, actually.
You know, they also do an excellent job just with practices and their dance routines, just so precise.
You know, more than a few years, they've gone down to Disney and they've competed. When my sister, Becky, was down there, she made it to the top 11, and they need to be top 10 to qualify for the finals.
That's hard. That's really hard to come by, you know, Mike?
Especially out of 80 teams that were down there, too.
And you're at number 11, and you just nearly make it to number 10. I can't imagine that. So number 4 ready to kick off for the Phoenix. And it's going to be a long kick, but nonetheless, Dennis Vilnick will be able to get it.
A spiral on that kickoff.
Found his blockers, but he's going to go outside to the right. He needs to shed one more. And he nearly does, but pulled down out of bounds.
By his jersey. That's all he had on him.
So the Andrew Thunderbolts will take it out at the 30-yard line, or the 31-yard line.
31.
Phoenix 30, T-Bolt 7. And so we're going to have to gain
a few touchdowns on this one to get back in it.
Well, like I said, let's shift the momentum here. You know, 1 touchdown that can probably determine whether or not we're going to get another. Momentum does an excellent job for a football game. So 7:14 in the third quarter. Motion man, but there seems to be a flag on the play. And let's see what the flag's for.
Offsides against the Phoenix.
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Thunderbolts. And like I said, now since the penalty is not isn't against us, we're gonna have some advantage going. With 5 yards already given to us.
As we just saw on screen, the center, number 51 for the Thunderbolts, Jordan Hovell. He really shows this game that he's a very good center.
Motion man Kevin Walsh.
Flat with the keeper.
So it's going to be a couple yards.
Second and about 3 yards. You know, Connor, what's really something that you've noticed progression throughout this whole season?
Progression, I've noticed quite a bit the defense. The defense didn't have quite as strong as the run game as they had in the beginning of the season. That really progressed, and they just do an excellent job in defense. They're giving their offense a chance to score. So Jarvion tripped up in the backfield by a swarm of Phoenixes. So it's going to be about 2nd and 5. With
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 with 6:26 left in the third quarter.
I don't think Jarvion's happy with that at all.
So there seems there's going to be a timeout.
On the field.
It's like an official timeout. Possibly to discuss something. And as you look at the T-ball fans again, you see a lot of them bundle up, huddling together, trying to keep warm.
But you know what I like in that? They're all wearing black and gold.
You know, even the fans that aren't, they're wearing bright pink.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
You know, breast cancer is a huge thing that really affects this country. Mostly women that are getting in. It's a great thing to see when a school comes together and even a community comes together to help support this great cause.
You know, I heard a fact. Statistics shows that 1 in 4 women has breast cancer. Now, that's a scary statistic.
You know, it really is, because just pick, it could be your mom, it could be your neighbor, it could be your grandma, it could be someone that you personally know and you're close to. And so any amount of donation or time donation to any foundation supporting breast cancer really can help out the cause.
Oh, I agree completely, Mike. So with 6:19 in the third quarter, with 3rd and 5, Andrew's going to have a shot to gain the 5 yards for that first down and avoid the 4th. And we can see the Andrew cheerleaders all bundled up, but nonetheless still happy to represent the Andrew Palms. Still happy to represent the Andrew Thunderbolts. So here's the motion, giving off to Jarvion Franklin. Jarvion Franklin finds a hole, but then tripped up in the backfield for about, I'm going to say, 3 yards.
Yeah, but it looks like it's good for a first down.
3 yards. Add another 2 yards, and that will be a first down, like you were saying, Mike, for the Thunderbolts.
You know, after moving the chains now, the ball will be at the 43-yard line.
So four wide receivers down. Jarvion Franklin in the backfield along with Jake Platt. Here's a snap. There's going to be a pass play. And Dennis Vinderman catches the ball.
Running east-west.
Almost sheds another one.
And he's looking for a face mask call, but doesn't look like he's going to get it.
Seems like Coach Barth did not like that. There was not a call for face mask.
But it looks like it nonetheless will be good for Thunderbolts 1st and 10.
You know what I'd also like to bring up, Mike? I noticed that the Andrew Thunderbolts, they don't go in a huddle formation. They go without the huddle, what most NFL and college teams are doing now. And there's going to be offsides, I'm guessing, on the Phoenix.
A huge step across.
There's multiple flags on the field.
That seemed like a very obvious call.
So it's going to be a 42, so it's going to be 1st and 5. Like we said about those penalties, Mike, you do not want to make, or rather, mental errors on that, because that's initially going to cost you.
Just little penalties like we did see in previous weeks. It will cost you the game no matter where you are.
So Jake's pass going to pass. He passes quick, and Hawkinson gets the
correction. Klakowski.
And he catches the ball. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Klakowski, he knows when to make these big catches. Like we always say, he's a big guy, especially for a receiver. 6'4" and 230 pounds.
And just looking at him in the television,
he's a big guy, especially for a receiver, like I've said before.
I want to see how much he benches, Mike.
I remember looking at some of the stats and seeing Nick Reyes, who's already graduated, benching a 400-pound bar.
So 31, Jarvion Franklin gets it, and he's hard taken down, but nonetheless taken down with 3 yards gained.
He gets to about the 19-yard line.
So 2nd and 5. That was 5 yards gained. 4:31 at the third quarter. And we're 12 yards away from that 1st and goal.
You know, 1st and goal, it's a very exciting time, especially when you're in the red zone, you're fighting for the win. And you know, T-Balls, they're not out of this yet.
So 4 wide receivers out. Man in motion, Villemek. Villemek gets the ball. He's following his blockers.
He steps out of bounds mistakenly.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5. we're going to need 5 yards to avoid that 4th down. And like I was saying with the no huddle, do you think that really puts the defense on their toes?
You know, it has to, because with no huddle, there really is no time to adjust to the last play. And, you know, just maybe constantly running the same defense or something like that.
But then again, look at the score. With Phoenix 30, the T-Bolts 7. So 12 yards, so ball on the 12-yard line. 3rd and 5. This will be a pass play. He finds his man. And let's see if it's good enough for a 1st down.
Look at this, Klokowski again helping up the number 20, Eric Eggert, one of his tacklers.
So it's going to be 4th and about 2. 2 yards to go for the 1st down. What do you think, Mike? Are we going to go for it, or are we going to just bring Michael Ehlers out for the field goal?
You know, in this situation, I definitely think he's going to be going for it because, well, they're this close. They're that deep in their territory and only 2 yards to go.
Oh, I agree, Mike. And even if they don't make it, defense still has an excellent yardage to work with. All the way back at the 20-yard line.
And a snap handoff to Jarvion.
Jarvion, he's just not going down.
He's fighting for those yards.
The 2-yard. Let's see what let's see what the referee say.
And from what I see, it does not look like he got it.
And so the Andrew defense will have another shot at stopping this one. Phoenix 30, T-Bolts 7, 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. You know, the Phoenix defense been doing an excellent job on stopping our offense. Even at crucial positions like 4th and 2, we tried going for it.
You know, now the Thunderbolts defense has an even crucialer job getting out there and trying to get that safety, trying to get back in the game.
So a 2 wide receivers out, and 3 men in the backfield along with their quarterback. Motion up the middle, but blocked by a swarm of thundering Thunderbolts.
And now just 3 minutes left on the clock. The Phoenix are leading the Thunderbolts 30-7. You know, hopefully, I wanted to come out here and I wanted to be able to say the Thunderbolts struck down the Phoenix, and, well, it's not over yet, but they're going to have to really fight hard for this.
So let's see if the defense can stop them on this drive and hopefully pick up what they lost. So 2 wide receivers out, man in motion to the left.
Run up the middle.
So 2nd and 7. So 3rd and 7, so it's going to be 7 yards for the 1st down, or if the defense can stop them, we have 4th down. But nonetheless, forcing them to go for it or either punt it or punt it. 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Ball at the Phoenix 13-yard line.
Here's the run. So taken down by number 44.
Just short of the 1st down.
Justin Argetzi. So 4th and 6. Let's see what the Phoenix are going to do in this one.
Looks like they're going to be punting this, and Dennis Villamick has a chance to get his 2nd punt return touchdown of the season.
You know, Dennis Villamick,
like we said before, he's a huge player for these Thunderbolts.
What I like about Dennis Villamick, and not only his team, is there are blockers. They give him a chance for Dennis to go long on. They do not stop, and they'll try in every situation in any given day just to get that block for Dennis Villamick. And here's the punt, and it's a long one.
Villamick having to run back to catch it.
And Dennis Villamick will initially what they call poison it.
And the punt goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
With 1:01 left in the 3rd quarter.
Tonight's varsity game, we raised over $500 that will be donated to the Lynn State Foundation for Breast.
It's something I always say, and I'll probably keep on saying. The T-Bolts, they've got to fight. They have to fight through the deficit that they have right now.
I believe if we just score this one touchdown, it's going to make it easier and easier each time. Just going with the momentum, just going with the feel of the crowd and say, hey, we can still win this. We're still in this. So with 4 wide receivers out, Jacob Platt along with Jarvin Franklin in the backfield, going on with the no huddle.
And again with the view of the Palm squad.
And here's the snap. And it's going to be a pass. And he finds his man, number 34. Danny Ball, just a rock, and he was able to catch that one.
That was a huge, hard pass to Ball at that point.
So it'll be 1st and 10 yards to go for the Thunderbolts. Ball on the 42-yard line. 4 wide receivers out. Then Jacob Platt along with Jarvion Franklin in the backfield. Seems like Jacob's been relying on his pass play. And number 44 again, Danny Ball. He caught that one and throwing it to the ref. He kind of bobbled that. So it's gonna be again 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts. We have a good rhythm going on here.
The momentum is staying up, and like you said before, that no huddle strategy, it's got to be helping them out right now with all that momentum.
And it seems like we haven't given the ball to Jarvion once. We're relying on our pass play. And instead of scrambling, instead of waiting in the pocket, he's been rocking it right away.
But a false start against Andrew.
So it's going to bring us back 5 yards. So instead of 1st and 10 at the 27, we're going to have to deal with 1st and 15.
Yeah, that's tough to see, especially now that they had such a good rhythm going, momentum going.
You know, Mike, I don't think it's going to stop. Let's see here. With 4 wide receivers out. This will be a quick pass again. Almost getting his man, number 81.
Klakowski.
Correction, Mike Mergen here.
You know, Klakowski, that's probably one of his first drop passes I've seen this season.
You know, to my opinion, it was a little out of reach for Klakowski. Jake Platt probably just didn't have time to throw it, going with that quick pass.
You know, he also did have huge pressure on him, Platt. 2 men coming right down on him, and he stayed in the pocket, and he stayed cool.
So quarterback keeper, Jake Platt, he finds sufficient yards, about, I'm going to say 5 or 6 yards. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter with the Phoenix 30, T-Bolts trailing by 7, or trailing
by 23. You know, the Thunderbolts, they're going to have to work extremely hard this half.
Especially with the 3rd and 6. It's going to be crucial if we get this drive. We get off on good starts, on a good note.
You know, and also another thing that's going to be a difference is they'll be working against the wind that they do have down there.
Like I said, running against the wind will make one of the most in shape, out of breath. Just breathing in that air. I know I'm a cross country student myself. We're a cross country athlete. When we run 800s and we're running against the wind, you are just out of breath. And we can see the fans just. It seems like they're giving away free T-shirts.
Getting very excited for that.
And they're just grabbing. Look at one kid's trying to get it out of that girl's hand. That's not too
friendly.
But it's all in good front for the Andrew Thunderbolts. So let's get back to the 18-yard line. 3rd and 6 for the Thunderbolts. We're leading 23 points. Let's start out on a good note.
And here go the Thunderbolts with, 3rd and 6. It doesn't seem like too many yards, but
6 yards is a lot in football, especially with what T-Ball's playing with just good of a team. If we're gonna have a shot at this game, it's gonna have to start now. And here's the pass. And caught by Dennis Villemer, but will that be enough?
Looks like it'll be just behind. 4th and 1 for Andrew now.
So what do you think, Mike? Are they going to go for this one?
You know, again, they're deep into the Phoenix territory, and I don't think anything else will come from the T-Bolts.
With only 1 yard, it seems like they are going to go for it. This is going to be a crucial yard. And Jake Platt's going to go for it. He's going to try to gain everything he has. Let's see what the Thunderbolts say.
It looks like he does have it by the way the official is.
And that will be a 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts.
At the 11-yard line.
So that's going to bring up the momentum. And it seems like the Phoenix, like I said, they're doing a good job with their defense, making the Andrew work for it. 1-2, third down. Fourth. Now, there was a lot of times for the Thunderbolts that a lot of fourth downs, they had to go for it. 11-12 in the fourth quarter. 3 wide receivers out.
2 men in the backfield.
Along with Jacob Platt, and they're going to give it to Jarvion Franklin. He's going to try to squeeze in. And the whistle's going to be blown. He got about 3 or 4 yards on that one.
He gets to about the 8-yard line. 2nd and 7.
So 2nd and 7, that no-huddle offense is going in effect with 4 wide receivers out and Jarvion Franklin in the backfield along with Jacob Platt. Seems there's a lot of linebackers out for the Phoenix. And it's going to be a pass. He scrambles, and Dennis Villamet catches it.
With a huge catch right there at about the 1-yard line.
I'm getting a little excited now, Mike. But there seems to be a flag on the play. Let's hope it's not against the Andrew. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against the T-Bulls. It's really... This is exactly what we keep emphasizing, Mike. Mental errors like these are just going to cost us. With 2nd and 7.
You know, it's not a great thing to do. It just seems like it really could have been better thought out. Just control yourself down on the field. That'll send them back 15 yards.
So instead of being a 1st and 10, it's going to be a 3rd down. 3rd and 7. So now Mike Dreyer is trying to figure out what to do on this play.
With 3rd and 15. This could be a very, very tough time getting down there, especially with this kind of wave. But Mike Ehlers does have the legs to make the field goal from here.
You know, I'd like 6 points instead of 3 any day, Mike.
I think any coach would agree with that, Connor.
So with 4 wide receivers out, and there's almost going to be a delay of time. And don't forget, fans, if you'd like hot chocolate, hot hamburgers, anything hot, just go to the Andrew Thunderbolts concession stand located at the south end of the end zone. And here's the pass. He has time. He finds his man Klokowski with the excellent catch, the diving catch, that is.
Won't be good enough for a 1st down, but it sure will be good for 2 yards away from the end zone.
So 4th and 2. So now we're going to make up for those 2 yards, and we're going to go for it with 2 wide receivers out, or 4 wide receivers out.
If the T-Bulls don't get this, they'll still have a great defensive position.
So there's going to be a timeout charge to the Phoenix. So they're first of the 2nd half. And so now the Andrew Thunderbolts will have a chance to strategize on what they're going to do to gain those 2 long yards. You know, 2 yards might not be a big deal in the world of golf or cross country, but 2 yards in football, every yard's a battle. That's why, you know, I'm like, I like that quote from, I believe, someone on the Philadelphia Eagles back in '67, and you can see going back to it later, you can see our VJA TV crew.
Yeah, they're down there working hard behind the scenes for what we do up here.
And that just proves it with all these replays we had in the last game, all these angles, and we really worked our way up from last year, don't you think, Mike?
You know, we really did, just doing 2 or 3 camera productions to doing 6 camera productions now.
And don't forget, fans, IHSA.TV. All our films, or all our broadcasts, from the volleyball game to all the football home games will be.
Even last season's basketball games are on there.
And here's Jake Platt going for the 2 yards. Let's see if he has it, and you can see a helmet taking off.
Looks like number 78, and due to rules, he will have to come out.
And that will be 1st and goal for the Thunderbolts. So we're just that one goal away from the touchdown.
You got a new set of downs and only 1 yard away. That's got to be huge help.
So 9:33 in the fourth quarter, trailing 23 points. There seems to be a whistle blown. Let's see what's for.
And a timeout. Charged to
the Lincoln Way North. Their second time out of the second half.
And again, with timeouts, they're being a huge thing right now.
And I'd like to go back to that, what I was about to say, with that quote, with how every 1 yard is crucial. One person used to say, war is just like football. It takes a battle for every 1 yard, and it just proves it in this 4th and 2 recovery, this 1st and goal. We really went on. We really battled for those 2 yards.
Every single yard it's a battle out there because, well, it's not like any yard's going to be easy in this game.
Especially with a team this evenly matched, even though the score says otherwise, we've really been fighting. So 9:30 in the fourth quarter. We have Coach Malik coming off back in the sideline, along with Coach Dwyer, just giving last-minute thoughts.
A lot of these things right now that we're seeing, the Thunderbolts are doing great. It seems like the Phoenix, they're starting to get a little bit tired out there.
Well, with just 1 fourth quarter left in the game, anything can happen, Mike. We're going to have to take advantage of scoring. So let's get back to Andrew football. 1st and goal. Only 1 yard to go. There's going to be, again, 3 wide receivers out. And Jarvion Franklin in the backfield with only 1 yard. I'd give the ball to Jarvion. He is our Victor J. Andrews powerhouse. Motion Villamek. And Jarvion gets the ball, and he's going to dive in.
Well, it looks like it's not good enough.
It's just going to be 2nd and 1, or 2nd goal for the Andrew Thunderbolts. That's still gained at least about a half a yard, don't you think, Mike?
And Jarvion, it looks like he's motioning again, trying to get the ball to him again because he feels like he can really get this touchdown.
Well, let's see right now with number 55, Bill Peters getting ready to hike it off to Jake Platt. And will that be good enough for a touchdown? No, it won't. Just stop short. Just going to be 3rd down and goal. Phoenix defense really has been doing a great job in stopping that run, covering up those holes.
As you can see, this ball is a mere inches away from the end zone.
Let's see what Coach Malik's offense is going to do in this one. So with 4 wide receivers out. And giving it off again to Jarvion.
This time for the touchdown called by the FAR official.
A T-Bolts touchdown. T-Bolts 13, Phoenix 30. We're only trailing by about how many points, Mike?
About 17 now.
17 points.
Hopefully 16 after Mike Ehlers' extra point. But it looks like the Thunderbolts are staying out there and going to go for 2.
8:29 left in the game.
And it's a huge time right now, especially for the T-Bolts. If they get this, they'll only be down by 15.
Don't stop now, boys. And you can hear the Andrew fight song going off. And they're going to go for the 2 points. But no good as Jacob Platt tripped up.
And something I like to point out, Jacob Platt, he did have a man out wide, but it didn't look like he could see it with all the men around him.
So we're going to be trailing for Phoenix 30 and T-Bolts 13 left in the fourth quarter. So let's see if Michael Ehlers can bring us back long.
Mike Ehlers is always a treat watching him kick. He is amazing what he can do.
He's always consistent with the touchbacks after touchbacks, and he really does an excellent job, or in my personal opinion, he sets the defense off real well.
It's something that you always see him working really hard on. Coming home from football in the summer, I would see him out there by himself working on his kicks with somebody. Just somebody to bring the ball back to him and mark where the ball was.
Like you said, it's really hard. There's a soccer type kick and a football kick where you hit it straight on with your knees or with your toes. And you can see the Andrew fans cheering on. You see Carl Evans, the swim diver, who was also announcing with me 2 weeks ago for Friday.
And now attempting the onside kick number 42.
And it's not going to be Michael Ehlers this time. And
It's
we're going
Nick Brancato, Connor.
It's pretty tough to watch. And nonetheless, number 21, Julian, recovers it. Ball at the 46-yard line. So we're really going to have to step it up and we can't really let the Phoenix gain anything. Otherwise, it's going to be in field goal position.
Hopefully the Thunderbolts will be able to get a, maybe a quick fumble recovery or quick interception or just, even get the change of downs.
So 30-13, Phoenix.
8:28 now left in the game. It's a very, I'd say, stressful time for the Thunderbolts down there right now.
Now, I can hear the marching band playing something by a new popular band, I believe One Direction.
And One Direction's been a huge hit overseas, everywhere pretty much.
And that reminds me of the band that played at the Powder Puck game, Sugar Rush, which does an excellent job. You can check them out online. But here's the run by number 8, a stop by a swarm of Thunderbolts. Tackled by number 65.
Number 65, Bobby Ebeling.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7, only 3-yard gain. Let's see if we can pull a free and out. And going back to the band Sugar Rush that played at the Powder Puff game, how hard is it to get famous, Mike?
A lot of people, they dream of being famous. They dream of being that household name, but it's not a reality for many.
For an Andrew student getting off and just freshman year, they have a bright future ahead of them. But let's get back to Victor J. Andrew football. Second and 7, man in motion, number 21. He sheds one. He sheds another, but finally taken down by many Thunderbolts.
And as you can see, Quincy Daniels a little bit slow to get up, calling the trainers out.
And it's not likely seeing Quincy Daniels down. He's a tough kid. He has a lot of bumps. He's a few bumps there and there, but he'll be willing to get up. It's kind of nerve-wracking to see him on the ground.
Honestly, the way he was holding himself looked like maybe it was more of a low blow on him.
But nonetheless, 3rd and 4, only 4 yards away from the first down. If we can stop him, we hold him to a 4th down, forcing him to maybe punt or try to go for it. So the trainers are coming out, Quincy Daniels. Let's just hope it's a minor Charlie horse, but I don't think it's that.
He's a tough kid, and it's tough to see him down. And as we look at our varsity cheerleaders, a lot of them being seniors.
That's got to be a very emotional time from their last home game cheering. So let's give Quincy Daniels, you can hear a round of applause coming up hard
as he walks off the field, which is always a good thing to see.
I want to see him coming back in the game. I guarantee he will. And you can see Coach Piacek, a little tired and cold on this chilly day, but nonetheless, he's still here to
supporting his Thunderbolts.
7:23 in the 4th quarter. Phoenix 30, T-Bolts 13. If it wasn't for Mr. Piacek, we really wouldn't be here.
We also can't forget about Mike Kravitz, who's also allowing us to do this.
Giving us a chance to show what we have, huh?
Exactly.
Or show what a bunch of students can do. Well, 6 or 7, actually. So 3rd and 4. And up the middle.
Finding
number 26
hole.
has sufficient yardage.
26, Mike Iris.
And that will be good for Phoenix first down with 6:53 in the 4th quarter.
Iris, though he hasn't really been involved in this game much, when he has to, he's come up big.
Like I said, a lot of Phoenix running backs are old school. Instead of trying out the jukes, they put down the shoulder and see how much yards they can get.
But a lot of the quarterbacks nowadays, you see the great quarterbacks like Jarvion Franklin, they have a mix of the moves and the power.
So 2 wide receivers out. 3 men in the backfield. And here's the run, number 21. They're taken down hard, but don't forget there is a flag on the play. Let's see what's for.
There's a flag back at the...
And the referees are going to say it is against the...
Against the Phoenixes.
So that's going to be an illegal shift. So that's going to bring them back about 5 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 15. You know, let's see if that will affect the Phoenix momentum, losing that 5 yards.
And you know, a lot of these players who are down there, it seems like someone would be cold down here, you know, wearing ankle socks and no sleeves.
What do you think the reason for that, Mike?
Maybe to show that they're a tough team.
But you know, once you're going, you really, you don't really think about the cold. You're warmed up, you're sweaty.
You're focused more on the game than anything else.
So 6:03 in the 4th quarter. 2 wide receivers out. 3 men in the backfield, along with their quarterback. Motion man, number 23. Goes up the middle, but taken down by number 47, our very own Brett Leiker.
And there's also a flag on the play once more.
So let's see what the flag's for. You know, like I was saying, Mike, along with the flags. So it's going to be against the Phoenix. So that's going to bring them back another 5 yards. So 5:50 in the 4th quarter. So it's going to be holding the decline. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
You know, penalties again, it's hurting them.
And, you know, like I was saying, it just popped up in my mind. Once you're all sweaty and running, the socks factor and wearing long sleeve, there's, you know, Mike, there's definitely an effect. Like, I mean, I'm a cross country runner, and during the race, you just want to wear bare, just in a t-shirt and those shorts, which it really cold is not an effect.
You know, once you're out there actually running around doing the game, cold really doesn't affect you much.
And maybe the adrenaline factor too, where you're so excited about the game, you're not even thinking about the cold.
Yeah, that's also another factor.
So 5:50 in the 4th quarter. You can see Quincy Daniels still on the bench. It's not looking so good for Quincy Daniels, but we'll find out soon.
He might just need a minute to recover, though, because he did walk off the field, which is a great sign.
So going off from the huddle, 2 wide receivers out. 3 men in the backfield, and 3 men in the backfield, along with their quarterback. Motion up the middle, but stopped by a swarm of Thunderbolts.
It was a very quick stop for the Thunderbolts, only allowing them to gain maybe a yard on that play.
There's going to be a timeout charge to the Thunderbolts.
3rd quarter score, Cable Academy 31, Central Michigan 13.
And don't forget, fans, I'm pretty cold. I would go to the Andrew concession stand for some hot chocolate. I know that sounds good on a nice, cold, chilly night. And we can see Coach Dreyer and Coach Malik, I believe, prepping up our defense to just stop this drive. So 5:43 left in the 4th quarter. We're going to have to score big.
No, it wasn't.
So offensive line coming out along with 4 wide receivers. And 2 men in the backfield, along with their quarterback. And here's the pass. He's scrambling. And it's going to be a bomb. And it is not caught, but there's going to be a flag on the play. Let's see what's for.
Possibly pass interference.
Let's see what the referees say. And the referees will and about to call it a
against the Thunderbolts.
no, pass interference against the Phoenix.
Offensive pass interference is something we really don't see much.
So it will bring the Phoenix back. See how many yards.
And it's a 15-yard penalty usually. And it looks like they will be punting it.
Nonetheless, so Dennis Villamek will have a chance to maybe punt return it.
A loss of down and 15 yards. It's extremely costly at this point in the game.
And we've seen Dennis Villamek return it before, Mike.
It'll be 4th and 28 right now.
Remember, time's really pushing us with 5:35 left in the game, and we're trailing by.
It seems like we're trailing by 17 points.
So you do the math. That's 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
An almost blocked punt.
So here's the punt, and Dennis Villamek is going to call a fair catch. So the ball's going to be on the 15-yard line. So Jacob Platt's going to come out with the Andrew offense, and the ball boy from the Orland Wolves is going to.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Like you always say, the Orland Wolves and the Tinley Park Bulldogs, they're getting out there, they're getting active, they're helping out with these games that they'll be playing in someday.
And that's every kid's dreams, playing for their high school team under the lights, Friday night lights.
You know, even bigger dreams sometimes going to the NFL, playing for your hometown team.
So with 4 wide receivers out and 1 running back, Javier Franklin, along with Jake Platt, it's going to be a pass play, and it is through number 44's hands.
34's hands, Danny Ball.
That's unlike like Danny Ball, but like, look at he's not even wearing any gloves. You think that's an effect?
You know, it's got to be, but a lot of receivers nowadays, you see them wearing gloves, and some just like to stick to the old-fashioned grip of your hands.
But it's cold out. That's definitely a factor. So 5:24 in the 4th quarter.
T-Bolts are still down by 17.
You know, Mike, I'm just close sitting up in the press box.
I can't
My
imagine what it'd
hands.
be like down there.
So pass almost caught, intended to Villamek, right through his hands. It's going to be 3rd and 10, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and Dennis Villamek also being nominated for one of the Players of the Week for the Tinley Park Patch.
Oh, was he really?
He was earlier in the year with about 8 other players from around the area.
And Dennis Villamek, he's a really key component, like we've been saying, for the Andrew offense, scoring, being a major component with the return team, being a major component with the wide receiver. It was unlucky for him to drop the pass. And he's going to have another chance, but he drops the ball. He's just putting himself down for that one. It's just going to be 4th and 10.
You know, but like a goalkeeper in soccer or a kicker in football, you just got to shake off your mistake and just not do it the next time.
You know, Mike, it's very unlikely for the Thunderbolts to drop 4 consecutive passes.
It looks like they're going to go for it here, which it's a risky situation, but it's all they really can do at this point.
Sometimes risk a big thing in that football game.
And with
So
just 5:15 left on the clock.
Coach Dryer's changing the play up a little bit. Jake Platt. A little bit of confusion, in my opinion.
And they also have to keep in mind the 40 seconds.
So it's going to be dead ball, delay of time, so that's going to bring us back. 4th and 15 for Andrew. You know, that's just, like we said, a mental error, and that's, instead of 4th and 10, it's going to be 4th and 15, 5 extra yards we're going to have to gain.
And it looks like they could bring out their punting unit. Maybe that's what they were planning to do the whole time.
Just 5:14 left in the game. Phoenix already. T-Bolts trailing 13. So, and here's the punt by Jake Platt, also our quarterback.
It's a fake. I can tell you it's a fake.
And here's the kick, a nice kick. But it's going to be called poison in the eyes of the Thunderbolts, what they say.
You know, luckily picked up by the Thunderbolts on that one because it was rolling back toward them.
It's going to be ball on the 37-yard line. Not much we can do here with 5 minutes left. I'm guessing the Phoenix will run out the clock.
Yeah, that's probably what they will be doing, especially with a running game like they do have.
And you can see the morph shoots going everywhere in the Andrew stands. I just saw at least 3 or 4, one supporting breast cancer, one for the VGA T-Bolts, and just one out of nowhere blue.
You know, one, though, that I did see, with next month being Prostate Awareness Month for cancer-wise, purple is the color for that, and hopefully next month at some events we will be seeing that.
So number 21's on the carry. Ryan Supple with the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Lincoln Way North. So you're going to shave out your mustache for prostate cancer awareness, Mike?
No shave November, Connor.
No shave November.
Fourth quarter score, Eisenhower 39, Oak Lawn 32.
And a close game with Eisenhower and Oak Lawn, 39-32. Eisenhower leading in the fourth quarter.
Eisenhower's always been a hard one for us, but we've managed to beat them. We actually beat them in the last year, the first round of the playoffs, to advance to St. Rita.
And now with Andrew's defense now. Like you said earlier, the Phoenixes, they're just wasting time.
And it seems like we have number 4, Jeremy Richards, going out as strong safety.
And a very good carry on that play.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game.
And as they're continuing to just run more clock now, you know, it really seems it's a good strategy, and you can't really blame them for doing it, but
and it seems like the fans got also a little quieter. I don't know what that means, Mike.
You know the fans, like, they never want to lose fate, but at a point like this, 17 points to go, they don't have possession, the clock's running at 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Hand out to number 21.
He gets around 1.
He's going to shed 2.
And he gets in for the touchdown.
We have Phoenix touchdown. So it's going to be 36-13 T-Bolts.
And it looks like it's just going to secure the win for the Phoenix at that point.
So 3:29 left in the clock. Maybe Andrew will be lucky enough to score just 1 touchdown.
Or maybe they could be lucky enough and get that extra 20 points they need.
With 3 minutes and 29 seconds, that would break a record, Mike. So here's the kick by number 4.
Number 4 now. Andrew Stutter.
And there's the kick, and it will be good. 37-13 T-Bolts. And that just, kind of kills me saying that, Mike. When the T-Bolts, about to lose their 2nd game in a row, that's not like them.
Yeah, it really isn't. And for senior night, it's got to be tough for all the seniors knowing this is their last home game under the lights.
Remember, we still have 2 away games.
Only 1 more, Connor.
1 more away game.
So we'll be playing Thornton.
So here's Dennis Villemick in the backfield.
And number 4 again, Stutter, coming out to kick. What's something that you've actually very noticed that the T-Wolves may be able to improve on for next week?
Well, next week, Mike, it seemed like I said, the mental errors with the flags and penalties that really cost them in some certain situations.
But besides the mental part of the game, which I know is huge.
And here's the kick. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be out of bounds. Number 2, Amir Aldobani could not get that one. So that's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line.
It's good field position for the Bolts, but with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left, it'd be great to let them get another touchdown.
You can see the team just a little disappointed out on the bench. Some heads down, some heads high. Don't know what to expect here, Mike.
It's got to be a tough thing to see.
So nonetheless, Jake Platt is still out there with 4 wide receivers out. I'm guessing they're going to pass it. And here's the pass. He's looking Jarvion Franklin. He's going to shed 1.
He gets
spin to another, but taken down hard by number 20.
Eric Eggert.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9. So 2 minutes or 3 minutes left in the game. 4 wide receivers out. Jake Platt in the backfield. Here's the pass. 25 Villemick catches it, but taken down hard again.
For the first down easily.
Nice tackle by number 5, Connor McDonald. And we've been saying his name a lot.
His receiver making a ton of receptions and also has a linebacker. Correction, defensive back.
So 3 wide receivers out for Jake Platt. And there's a pass. He has time. And caught by number 85, Sean Nolan, the senior wide receiver, 175 pounds.
Yeah, that's a great thing, especially for the senior getting out there making that catch.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left. Jake Platt along with 4 wide receivers out, and they're going to pass again. They're looking and caught an incomplete pass.
With a flag on the field, though, which maybe has interference from what it looked like.
Caught intended to Sean Nolan, but let's see what happens with the flag.
And Aaron, if you lived in Arizona, you wouldn't be salty, you'd be sandy.
And the referees are discussing. Let's see what they say. So it'll be a pass interference against the Phoenix. So it's going to be a 15-yard gain.
This will push the ball up to about the Andrew. To about the Phoenix 13-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Thunderbolts.
Ball on the 13-yard line. 4 wide receivers out. Jake Platt in the backfield along with Jarvan Franklin. And so he's going to be forced to run with the bobble.
He gets it out to Franklin on a surprising pitch.
That was unbelievable, Mike.
It was just maybe a reaction lateral. No one expected that.
So 2:15 left in the game. It seems like we've really been struggling with the goal, or just 10 yards away, and just scoring.
You know, 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line. You really can see the Thunderbolts. They want this last touchdown, and they know they're probably not going to win this game.
So 4 wide receivers out. Jake Platt looking for his man. Giving the Jarvan Franklin. He has room, and it will be an Andrew touchdown. But remember, there is a flag on the play. There's a hold against the Thunderbolts. So
taking away that touchdown they just earned.
Like we said, those mental errors, Mike, those will cost you. Look at that. A perfect example. A touchdown now taken away.
You know, as you can see, Jarvan, he's not happy with that. And 58 admitting to the holds, apologizing to his teammate.
1:47 left in the game. Let's see if we can score just that 1 touchdown.
You know, that team chemistry, though, it's extremely important to build with your teammates. And 58 stepping up and telling Jarvan that he was the one who cost him that touchdown.
Now that's just, to me, that's just a team building right there, like you were saying, Mike.
It shows he's confident with his teammate, and he's a big enough man to admit that he was at fault.
So number 7, he's going to be scrambling.
He finds Jarvan.
And caught by Jarvan Franklin. Jarvan Franklin at the 10-yard line. So with 1:34 left in the game, it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the T-Bolts. 5 yards away for that 1st down.
And they're back to where they were before.
4 wide receivers out and along with the running back, and the fan section kind of lighting up.
Ball floated up in.
And it was nearly caught. There's going to be multiple flags on the play.
Right from the back of the end zone and from the side official.
Pass intended to Klakowski. Let's see what the flag was for, Mike.
Pass interference against the Phoenix, which will be half the distance to the goal.
So it's going to be 1st down for the Thunderbolts. 1st and goal with 1:13 left.
First and goal now for Andrew.
So just let's see if we can take advantage of this and score. And there's the pass, caught by Klakowski, and that will be a Victor J. Andrew touchdown.
Klakowski getting the touchdown to make the game 19-37.
You know, Mike, in my opinion, the T-Bolts, I feel like they're just playing for respect here.
You know, they have to be, because they know the game's pretty much over in any terms of winning the game.
So Michael Ehlers doesn't have a shot to kick one for a field goal. And Nino Sanfilippo, the senior, is going to be on the hold. He's a backup quarterback.
Nino Sanfilippo, I got to correct you on this one. He's a junior, so we'll have him for one more year.
And that'll be a kick is good.
And right now, do you think the Thunderbolts are going to go for an onside kick, or do you think they're just going to keep their fate and just kick it off normally?
You know, Mike, I think they're just going to kick it off normally in this situation with minute 7.
But the way they're lining up, that doesn't suggest so.
That is true, Mike. Maybe a chance to score one more time.
With the Bolts needing 17 points in a minute, that'd be a tough feat to do.
And they will be sitting off for the onside kick as we have number 42 instead of Michael Ehlers kicking. Brian Cotto, correction, the senior, who also broke his elbow a couple weeks ago. Finally, this is his first game back. And you can see the Palms doing some type of cheer there. Irish dancing. And here's the onside kick, and it is recovered by number 7.
Number 7, Troy Holder for the Phoenix.
The 4th down with a minute 7. Let's see what they're going to do in this situation.
Honestly, right now, I think they may just knee it, and after they just get to 40, maybe 30 seconds, they're just going to knee it one more time.
Final score, Richards 51, Revis 0.
And a huge blowout in IHSA football with Revis losing by 51 points to their opponent.
That's a high-scoring game, but remember our last game home, we won 42-7.
And that's a huge win. Absolutely huge win.
So it seems like the Phoenix are gonna stop or run the clock. So there's gonna be a minute and counting left in the game.
And it looks like this game will be over after the second knee takes place. You know, in this game, I did notice a lot of, better sportsmanship than we did see last year.
Compared to last year, that is right, Mike. And don't forget, at this time, we'd like to thank the following for this VGA Productions for this being taken place. We have Mike Brennan as my announcer.
Connor Burns is my co-announcer.
Lance Gasick
on camera. Nate Chanel directing.
Aaron Monaco on camera.
Chris Youngbrand on camera. Joe Salinas directing.
Omar Ashur on what we call Big Mama.
Jack Volante also directing.
And we'd like to thank Tinley. The
Tinley Frankfurt Rotary Club is the next webcast we'll be doing, and the Sammy Project on October 27th at Lincoln Way East.
This has been Connor Burns.
And Mike Brennan.
And we will see you back at playoff time or otherwise basketball.
Thank you, and have a great night.
We are signing off.
Andrew 20. Next week, Andrew concludes the regular season with a trip to Harvey to face the Thornton Wildcats. Kickoff is 7 o'clock. Playoff pairing show is Saturday, October 20th. Go to ihsa.org for more information. We'd like to thank our Andrew Thunderbolt community fans, parents, and players for an outstanding home season and regular season. Please drive home safely because we want you back next year. Thank you and good luck, people. Next week we got Thornton. Go to ihsa.org on Saturday, October 20th for playoff pairing. Thank you and good night.